Earth Day may be over, but that doesn't mean Kent is going to stop celebrating. Today, Kent held another fun Earth-themed event, Earth Fest. We'll tell you all about it.
Elon Musk and his investors are currently facing a drop in profits for Teslas. We have what Musk's response was and how it may impact his political career.
Alumni volunteers are showing their community support this Flashes Give Back Week, the community service event in Kent this morning.
Earthquake was recorded today in Turkey's largest city, Istanbul. All of these stories and more as Kent Stater TV News starts right now.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone, and welcome to Kent Stater TV News at 6. I'm Lillian Drabick.
And I'm Lex Rady. Thank you for joining us. Bringing alumni together this National Volunteer Week, KSU alumni chapters from around the country are coordinating service opportunities at food banks and local parks.
But in Kent today, a group of alumni gathered at the Ben Curtis Family Foundation. Our reporter Sydney Brown is here with more. Hi, Sydney.
Good evening. Alumni volunteers showed up to address food insecurity in the area with the help of the Ben Curtis Foundation and food bank donations, all a part of Flashes Give Back Week.
Making birdie bags.
Actually going to be packing 2,045 bags for, Kent Alliance, Hudson, and Cuyahoga Falls.
All for local kids to have 3 meals and a few snacks when they aren't in school on the weekend. Kent State alumni brought Extra Hands Wednesday to the Ben Curtis Foundation, who serves 6,000 kids every month in 14 school districts.
We provide a birdie bag that they can take home and have over those weekends so that they're able to have full bellies when they come back to school and be able to focus on what they really need to without an empty belly.
This is one part of a larger alumni mission.
We reach out to 285,000 alumni across the country to volunteer in their communities to give back.
This year, there are over 1,200 registered alumni volunteers in 55 spots across the globe. But right here in Kent, Flashes made over 2,000 birdie bags.
So today they're getting pasta, cereal, like a Cliff Bar, it looks like Cheez-Its.
Many Ben Curtis volunteers watched the birdie bag program grow firsthand.
Feeding the kids is so important, and I've been happy to be part of it.
His birdie bag concept really resonated with me, and I've been helping him now for 12 years.
School countdowns to summer break may be on, but efforts at the Ben Curtis Foundation to keep kids fed this summer will not be slowing down.
And we even do summer bags for summer schools for certain school districts that have summer school. So that'll be at the end of May that we'll be doing that as well.
Like birds of a feather, volunteers are doing a little extra good in Kent and throughout the Kent State Alumni Network.
Golden Flashes take care of Golden Flashes, and they take care of their communities, and we're really proud of the service work that we do.
The Ben Curtis Family Foundation raises money over the summer with events you can check out on their website to prepare for the school year's birdie bag distribution. For Kent Stater TV, I'm Sydney Brown.
Thanks, Sydney. Governor Mike DeWine will attend a ribbon cutting ceremony for the Engineering and Advanced Technology Center at Kent Roosevelt High School tomorrow at 12:30. The facility was constructed as part of the Ohio Career Technical Construction Program that allocated $2.3 million to construction efforts.
This morning, Kent State continued to celebrate Earth Day through KSU Sustainability's Earth Fest. The event was held from 11 to 2 on Brisbane Plaza and boasted over 40 booths from organizations all around Kent, providing information about sustainability efforts. Students were able to engage with tables and shop around the Haymakers Farmers Market. Here's what a representative at the Kent Parks and Recreational Services had to say.
One of the city departments here in Kent, we manage a lot of the green space, a lot of the programs, outdoor programming, and we come to promote what we offer and help to not just promote the programs that we offer, but we have other city departments here promoting the bicycling, the cycling paths that are going in or that we already have.
An exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the 2025 Senior Fashion Show is being offered through Kent State. Families and friends can now see what the fashion school offers for its students through a mixer, tours, labs, a question and answer from designers in the show, and much more. Now spaces is limited for the event, and if interested, you can go to the Kent School of Fashion's website for more information.
Tomorrow, the KSU Design Innovation Initiative is partnering with the Fix It Cleveland, a program from Circular Cleveland, to host Fix It Kent Community Workshop. This free workshop will be held from 4 to 8 p.m. in the DI Hub Reactor Makerspace. We'll have stations where anyone from the community can be assisted in repairing anything from electronics to clothing and furniture.
Your first forecast on Kent Stater TV.
Good evening. Spring has officially sprung here in Kent, and today certainly was the day to prove it. Looking outside our windows right now, today has been a simply beautiful day. Around 76 degrees right now before the sun's going down. Wind is going west only at about 6 miles per hour, and our moon phase is in a waning crescent. It has been an amazing day, a great upturn from what we've been dealing with. Going into my forecast from tomorrow, it is going to be hot. It's going to be a high of 83 degrees, reaching that around 4 or 5 p.m. There's a chance of some afternoon clouds, but nothing too substantial. And that UV index is jumping to 7 out of 11. If you're looking for some time to tan, tomorrow's the time. Wind will be going southbound at 7 miles per hour, and your sunset is at 8:15 p.m. Now looking at my on-campus forecast for tomorrow, it's going to be around 58 degrees at 8 a.m. That UV index is not going to be hitting as the sun's just about to go up. By noon, the UV index will jump dramatically to 6, and the temperatures will jump as well to 75 degrees. And by 4 p.m., the clouds are possible to roll in, but like I said, not a very high cloud coverage, and that temperature will reach near its high at 82 degrees. And there's more good weather where that came from. Stay tuned as I'll take you across the state of Ohio and give you a bird's eye view into the weather for your week.
Thanks, Sophia. Today, a Sandusky man named Paul Hicks was indicted in the 2001 cold case of his ex-wife, Regina Rowe Hicks. She was reported missing in October of 2001 after she never showed up to pick up her son. Her car was then found submerged in a pond with her body inside. Paul Hicks was charged with 3 counts of murder and 1 count of kidnapping. He was picked up last night by the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation.
18-year-old Cincinnati freshman football player Jeremiah Kelly died unexpectedly at his Hamilton County residence yesterday morning. The Avon High School alum helped lead the high school to its first state championship in 2024 as the Eagles finished the season with a perfect record. The Hamilton County Coroner's Office is investigating his death, starting with an autopsy done today.
The Supreme Court shut down Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost's decision to block a proposed amendment that sought to eliminate qualified immunity. This amendment would allow citizens to sue public officials and police officers for violating their constitutional rights, and Yost rejected it for the language. Now the Ohio Ballot Board has to review the amendment to gain the signatures needed.
This morning, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine, U.S. Senator John Husted, and other state and local leaders joined together with hopes of bringing NASA's headquarters to Cleveland. Just last month, the Cleveland City Council passed a resolution urging that the federal government considers the Northeast Ohio city as NASA's next home, with the reasoning that Ohio is the home of innovation. It's wildfire season once again, but this time the wildfires are taking us to the other side of the coast.
The Vatican has announced Pope Francis's funeral to be Saturday. Learn more about the funeral and how the public can pay their respects.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Tomorrow's news leaders.
Today's top stories.
From an award-winning student newsroom.
This is Kent Stater TV.
Your community.
Your stories.
Welcome back. We have the latest updates on a massive wildfire that broke out, this time on the other side of the coast.
That's right. Our correspondent Gage Wellman is live in studio to talk more about the New Jersey fire and other national news stories. Gage, what do you have for us?
Yes, thank you, Lillian and Lex. We have a lot to discuss tonight, especially regarding tech CEO Elon Musk. But to begin, as Lex mentioned last night, a wildfire broke out in Ocean County, New Jersey, destroying over 12,000 acres of land. The fire was so large it threatened over 1,000 structures on its own and forced state officials to close a major highway. Now, as of today, 35% of the Jones Road fire has been contained, according to New Jersey Wildfire Services. No injuries have been reported, and the cause of fire has not been determined. Billionaire tech guru Elon Musk is announcing that he plans to take a step back from Washington, D.C. In a call with investors last night, Musk said that due to a drop in Tesla profits, the founder of Doge will roll back on his time in politics. Tesla's newest earnings report showed that the company's net income had dropped by 71%. And speaking of the world's most popular electric car, the United States Justice Department says it's cracking down on vandals of Tesla vehicles and charging stations. In addition, the FBI has asked the public to report any signs of a possible attack on any of the brand's products. U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi also announcing that people who destroy Teslas can receive up to 20 years behind bars. A new Gallup poll shows that a majority of Americans do not feel optimistic about their personal finances. The survey showing that 53% of Americans believe that their own personal financial situation is worsening. This is the highest the number has ever been since Gallup started tracking the stat since 2001. The man who killed 7 people in 2022 at a 4th of July parade in Chicago was in court today for his sentencing. Robert Crimo III pled guilty to multiple counts of murder and attempted homicide. Crimo, who changed his plea just before the opening statements of his trial, faces life in prison. Now, an attorney for a family of one of the victims said this is the first true day of accountability for the victim's family. From Franklin Hall, I'm Gage Wellman.
Keeping you informed and ahead of the storm, this is your KSTV weather.
Welcome back. Behind me, I have temperatures across the state of Ohio, and it is clear that everyone is enjoying some beautiful weather. Up here in Toledo, pure sun, 77 degrees. You're going to see the Akron, Canton area, and Columbus have a little bit of clouds, but you can see high 70s, low 80s all throughout the state, and even over in Pittsburgh. So that stretch of clouds is going from the southwestern part of the state up to northeastern. Zooming into the northeastern part of the state, you're going to see a lot of similar temperatures because we are just that close together. Now you're going to see 70s, low 70s to mid, I'm not sure, Worcester's probably not at 50 degrees, but everywhere in this area you're seeing mid 70s to low, the lowest being 73 in Cleveland, Ashtabula, and Y-Town, my town. Now, going into my forecast for the week, we've got a lot of good weather to look forward to. Tomorrow is going to be a high of 83 degrees. It's going to be hot. The first 80-degree weather day of the year. So look forward to that. If you're looking to tan, tomorrow is going to be the time. On Friday, we have a chance of storms in the afternoon, about 54%. So this is not something that is concrete. However, this could develop either going higher or lower in terms of percentages. High is going to be 73 degrees and low of 54. On Saturday, we're taking a dip as a result of that likely precipitation. Forecasted high of 56 degrees and a low of 39. The sun is going to be coming back by Sunday with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 40, and the temperatures will jump back by the start of next week. 76 degrees and a low of 62, partly cloudy. The clouds are going to stay for a little while on Tuesday with a high of 81 degrees and a low of 55, and then this time next week, the temperature will be jumping down quite a bit. Only a high of 63 degrees and a low of 48, but there is only a chance of clouds in the morning, so nothing too serious. We've got a lot of great sun, a lot of warm weather, so take advantage of it. And for more updates on this incoming storm on Friday, as well as detailed forecasts for your weekend, you can always tune in right here with us at KSTV. From the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Sophia Sonato.
Thank you, Sophia. As you may already know, the Pope's death has left the Catholic community with a lot of questions.
That's right, Lillian. A lot of people are wondering when his funeral is and if it's going to be open to the public, what the service may look like. But luckily, our own correspondent Lexi Blatnick is in studio to give us some updates.
Hi, Lex and Lillian. Many questions arise with the Pope's recent passing. With this and more, here's what's happening across the globe. Pope Francis's casket is now available to the public to view in St. Peter's Basilica. The place of worship is open until midnight today and tomorrow for mourners. The public mourning period will end on Friday at 7 p.m. local time. Looking ahead, the Pope's funeral is scheduled on Friday at 10 a.m. at St. Peter's Square. The process for choosing a new pope has not been scheduled yet. Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Agency reported that a 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck Istanbul today. Search and rescue teams are deployed across the areas that have been affected the most. In 2023, the country experienced its deadliest quake in the century. Turkey is one of the most seismically active areas in the world since there are two key fault lines in its vicinity. The biggest bleaching event has affected 84% of the world's coral reefs, according to marine scientists. Bleaching takes place when heat interferes with the coral's metabolisms, making it turn white. Though bleaching doesn't immediately kill coral, prolonged exposure can. This marks the fourth global event, and scientists say that increased sea temperatures make sea bleaching happen more. 26 people were killed and a dozen injured after a terrorist attack in Kashmir. A suspected militia opened fire on a group of tourists, according to law enforcement. The city of Panagulam is home to a pilgrimage route which has been exposed to terrorist strikes previously. The region experienced its previous attack last June, leaving 9 people dead and 33 others injured. A Russian drone left 9 people dead and 40 injured in Ukraine this morning. The strike came after Trump officials removed themselves out of talks of a ceasefire. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Steve Witkoff were scheduled to attend but later pulled out. The two were replaced with Trump's Ukraine envoy, General Keith Kolleg. Drone strikes are also targeting Kharkiv, Ukraine's second largest city located in eastern Ukraine. For KSTV, I'm Lexi Blatnick.
It's not just Pennywise lurking in drains, but lost pets too. We have the rescue story of a lost dog who was found in an unlikely place.
MLB season is in full swing, and check back to see how the Guardians are hanging on versus the New York Yankees.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
This is your Kent Stater TV Sports Report.
Welcome to your destination for all things sports. There's a lot of action to cover, so let's get into it. The Kent State women's golf team just captured their 26th straight MAC title. The Flashes won by 28 strokes, finishing 9 over for 54 holes and firing the week's best round. 3 freshmen, Isabella Guyot, Erin Matthews, and Gracie Larson, shared the runner-up title at +3. The NCAA regional field will be revealed tonight. Kent State softball hammered Youngstown State 13-3, racking up a season-high 16 hits as every Golden Flash collected at least one. Leadoff star Arlen Nogue paced the offense with 4 hits, 4 runs, and 2 steals, while Leilani Johnson's 2-run double highlighted a 5-run second inning. Up next, Kent State visits Western Michigan starting Friday at 3 p.m. Taking things to the hardwood, the NBA season is winding down and the Cavaliers look to make it to the end. They commanded a 121-100 victory over Miami in the first game of postseason play. The top seed, the Cleveland Cavaliers, will look to extend their playoff race versus the number 8 Miami Heat in Game 2. Tip-off is set for 7:30. We're going to end things off at the Diamond. We have a matchup of Will Warren versus Tanner Bybee on the mound. It's Game 3 of this series, so let's get into the action. The first pitch is skied up into left field, and Stephen Kwan is going to turn, but is not going to get played because that ball is out of here. It's now the bottom of the 5th and a high fly ball by Ryan Rocchio. Aaron Judge in the right field goes down the line and he makes the play. Yankees are up 2-0 in the bottom of the 6th. A bad pitch gets away, the runners go, and here comes Kwan up the score 1-0. Shot back out to the right field. Judge lays out and can't make the play as Jones will score to even out the game. Up the middle and knocked down, fired to first, but the guards will get another run in and close it out. What a comeback by Cleveland. The Guardians will take the first 2 as they win tonight 3-2 along with their 5th straight win. If you want, you can catch the Guards back in action as they head to Progressive Field this Friday, and you can watch them take on the Boston Red Sox. But that's all the action I have for you tonight. For KSTV, I'm Jordan Hiles.
Thanks, Jordan. YouTube has been a hit video sharing platform for around 20 years now. Stay tuned to learn more about the first video uploaded on the app.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero. Good job, kitty cat. When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
Illicit fentanyl is the deadliest drug threat that our nation has ever experienced. We lost Leo when he was only 19, killed by fentanyl he didn't even know he was taking. He was my heart, my son.
My grandson. I wish you could have met him. Such a beautiful young man. Kind, smart, funny, sweet, a great kid.
Go to ladrfoundation.org to join us in the fight against fentanyl.
Thank you.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
It's been about 20 years since the very first YouTube video was uploaded. The 19-second clip titled Me at the Zoo features YouTube co-founder Javed Karim in front of an elephant exhibit. Google doesn't share how many total videos are on the social media app. However, estimates range from about 3 or 4 billion to 14 billion.
After she was missing for a month, a dog named Allie was found and returned to her owners, but she was found in quite an interesting place. Allie was found in a storm drain in Chicopee, Massachusetts, after a car crash. The fire department went to check the drain for contamination and instead found the poor puppy crying for help. Thankfully, she is back with her owners and is undergoing medical treatment.
Yeah, so I keep forgetting that YouTube, like, originally it had that TV icon.
Right?
Yeah, and it just changed, and I forget when that happened, but I know that, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's new. But it was still young enough, like, I was still young enough to just be like, oh, this is like a cute little app, searching, you know, videos. What was like the first YouTube video you think, like, you know, is engraved in your memory?
Probably a 5-minute crafts video. I was obsessed with those.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing something about like the 2016 makeup video tutorials. Yep, that you would see on YouTube. I would say for me, I remember this really old clip of like a car on just like a road, and my friend showed it to me, and then this like creepy like zombie person popped up, and it was like the first jump scare. I feel like on like social media, and obviously it scarred me enough for me to remember it about like years later. But no, like it's crazy. It's that old.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time that we have left for you, Portage County.
For all these stories and more, you can go to kentstater.com. I'm Lex Rady.
And I'm Lillian Drabick. Have a good night, Portage County.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agree, the scammers are out of control.
And we need to show them how to use a password manager. Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Great cake. I'll use MFA to verify my purchase. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome to my block party. Glad you can make it. I can do this all day. Your moves are just gay.
Using gay to mean dumb or stupid, not cool. Not in my house, not anywhere. It's not creative, it's offensive to gay people, and you're better than that.
76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.